Hello, baby. There's been a murder.
A murder?
A Mark Dark. You guys remember The Office where Dwight says K's R's are evil, so that's why it's called murder, not muck duck.
How about how about Muck Duck on the
Simon.
Orient Express? Is that a good title?
That sounds like an alien show.
It's not. It's like it's like it makes me think it's something to do with mukbang. So maybe it's like mukbang, but you're only eating duck,
Oh yeah.
and then you're on a train while you do it.
You guys like duck?
I like duck.
Duck's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Do you have some?
I got change one letter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. You got dark.
Yeah.
That's changing 2 letters, I think, but
Yeah, that is. No, I was gonna say there's one time I was with Annie, and okay, I'm a very bold person, okay, and I like to, I like to live my own life and do my own thing. This is Style Direction Name Enter Podcast.
Oh, that's right.
By
Hi.
the way, I'm Ethan. That's
I'm
Spencer.
Spencer.
That's MJ.
I'm MJ.
Yeah. Anyway, I was with Annie, and Annie likes to eat like cool foods. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, well, and we were at this. She's like, hey, you want to get some Chinese food? I'm like, cool, let's go, let's do it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get orange chicken. Like, I don't want to be that guy in front of me. Even though I love it.
Yeah.
Even though I love
Yeah.
it. I gotta do something else. And I was like, I'll order some duck. And I forgot how many fucking bones are in duck, dude. I
So
was
many-
like,
you might as well be called Bone.
Change all
Just might
5
as well,
letters.
you know?
Yeah.
yeah. Hi, can I order the bone, please?
Can I get the bone, please?
That's what you actually say
That's
at a
what
brothel.
like Scooby Doo orders when he. Well, I guess Scooby Doo probably orders a giant sandwich when he goes to a restaurant. But
Yeah.
what dog loves bones?
What if you had a gun to Scooby Doo and said, "Would you rather you gotta give up one thing," and you say you gotta give up a sandwich
Or sex?
or Scooby snacks?
Yeah. Oh man, that would be tough.
Yeah.
I think he. If I were him, if I were Scooby, and I were given
you
the
were
choice
Scoobs.
between a giant sandwich that I share with
Yeah.
my best friend Shaggy, or I guess steal from him, he's kind of rude that way, or
Yeah, I forgot about that.
a Scooby snack, I think I would take the sandwich because I feel like that's more substantial. I don't know. The Scooby snacks, maybe because it's the kind that I would get at the grocery store as a kid. They just made me think of like the cookies. And I don't think that's very nutritious. I don't think you should only have
I
cookies.
thought that they were gummies. Like, I mean, I know that they
Really?
are
They were
cookies
gummies?
in
I
the
think they
show,
came out-
but I
Well,
meant,
they're
like,
supposed to be in the show. They're supposed to be like dog biscuits, but you can get the Scooby snacks. They have both.
Yeah,
looking
I
it
think
up
there,
right now.
there was
Here we
like
go.
the cookie ones. And
sorry, Jay Motzi, who says he hates our 15 minutes where we end up just like typing things on.
Where we're talking about Scooby Doo.
Scooby snacks.
Then, yeah.
We should
Yeah,
do an
you gotta
entire
love it.
episode about Scooby Doo. I don't even
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean-
That's not a big part of my life or anything, but
It's one of Isabel's best friends. She actually like really loves it, and she like knows like how like it's. I get it as more of like it's a Hanna-Barbera retrospective, which I actually do admire.
Yeah.
Are you talking about
forgot-
the Scooby movie?
Yeah. Okay. There is. I see here baked graham cracker snack cinnamon. That is exactly in my head
Yeah.
what I think a Scooby snack would look and taste like.
Exactly.
Why is he? I guess I have to watch Scoob again. But is he named after the food he loves?
I think
No, because
he is in
canonically,
Scoob.
he has-
But
yeah,
I think in the
Scoob-
original
okay.
60s cartoon, I don't think people didn't think that way. Like, people weren't like, wait a minute, what's the logic here? The CinemaSins didn't exist yet, so
Yeah.
Are we just CinemaSins, but for menswear?
for
Actually, I would love
Scooby-Doo.
that. Sartorial sins.
Yeah, we're sartorial sins. That would be a better name for the podcast.
You gotta lock
But
in
actually,
that
that
account.
would be
You gotta
Hey,
hurry.
it's been a while since we've had the iconic. We think of a better name for this podcast while
Yeah.
we're making it.
Maybe that could be like a show within our show. That's when we roast people. It's called sartorial sins.
Well, that's
How about
what
sartorial
the stream.
sids?
How about sartorial suds?
Oh my God.
Our bathing episodes.
That's
No,
hey,
remember
you have
we
to
started
pay.
off,
That's
like-
that's behind the paywall for $15 on
Here's-
Patreon.
here's something, and I know this is not, we're not there yet. We're only like 5 minutes in. You guys got 10 minutes of us before, because if you guys want to hear us talk about Hercule Poirot, you're gonna have to.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
you
that's what
can't
we're
wait 15
talking about.
minutes because you're gonna have to pay for that. But I'm gonna reveal something that I used to do that actually makes me kind of a dick. I'll give that to you guys for free. All right. One of the things I used to do was, well, I'm gonna out Spencer too. Actually, this is for both of us.
Okay.
We remember we're both nice people, and we both we both want menswear to continue. But there was a time when we would go on this website. I'm not gonna tell you which one it is, but this is us. We were like maybe like less than 18 years old. I don't know how old we were, but this is something we did
were
like
just
early on.
minors, okay?
Yeah, but we would go, and it's not at this point. Also, our vintage style was good, so we knew that what we were doing. All right, so this is pre-blog, or pre-podcast, but we would go on this website, and we would just roast people what they're wearing.
Yeah.
And I think honestly we all still do that, in our heads, our little
heads.
our little Homo sapien mind.
If you ever see me looking off into space, it's because in my brain I'm logging on to FedoraLounge.com.
I'm just going through my eyes,
Yeah.
like they roll to the back of the head. I was gonna say I don't do that anymore because I'm very nice and I want to appreciate that not everyone has the same priorities. But I have kind of transported that. I guess that makes sense. To just roasting people on dating apps, and I guess this is another bonus stuff for you. So yesterday we went to Bar Flores, which is a cool bar, and that has nothing to do with this. But we ended up looking. I was looking at people on dating apps that MJ and our friend Brandon was looking at, and I was also looking at the guys that our friend Epiphany was looking at. And I'm an equal opportunity hater. Actually, I think I am the meanest when it comes to dating apps because I am unrelenting and sarcastic, which is what a guy said. That's what a guy put as his about me. Something you should know about me: sarcastic, unrelenting.
Unrelenting is honestly
this guy
scary.
Yeah, and he was one of those like long-haired, like nerdy ass guys. There was another guy who says, "You know what I go crazy for? Phil's coffee."
Gosh.
And you know what the key to his heart was?
Phil's coffee.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. It would be funny if it was Phil's coffee, but it just said coffee. So it's like, oh no, he just had nothing else to put there.
Coffee is your thing.
Yeah,
I'm just doubling down
Yeah.
on it.
Phil's
And
coffee
then-
is okay, but I don't like going in there and spending like $8 on a fucking mint drink or whatever.
I had the worst coffee I've ever had in my life, and it's funny because I know I don't really drink coffee, but I guess I'm kind of a coffee person because I'm always out there reading and writing and getting lattes, just like my favorite man in the world, Fraser Kane, which
have
we
you
are
seen
going to
the
cover
reboot
at
trailer?
the end. Yes, we're going to talk about that too, because this is I don't think we can talk an hour about a movie that only takes place over one night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I do have a little bit of a penchant for coffee. But I had the worst one, and I think it was a Panera Bread, and I was like, oh, I'll get like their like cinnamon latte. I think it was like fucking like bean water, like literally. Like I know, isn't coffee just bean water? No, this one fucking was. This was like tasteless shit.
I'd rather have some pea water.
Not good.
That's PEA, by the way.
Soup.
And what color is it?
It's
yellow.
It is green.
That's like me after drinking asparagus.
You just blend it up. Have you seen
have I seen?
Smack Barn Pea Wet?
You just said like balance, and I have no idea what
So
those are.
Smack Barn
You
Pea
speaking
Wet
words.
is
Yo,
is a
having a
video of a guy who's from like the English version of Barstool or whatever, and he's going around and he's like, "What's up, lads? We're gonna try out all the best English street food today." And he goes into this place in the north of England and gets something called a Smack Barn Pea Wet, which is, if I remember correctly, it's like kind of like a potato, like a fried potato pancake type deal. In
Okay.
between two biscuits, and then on top of that you just take the water that you boil peas in and put it on top. Not the peas, just the water from when you boil peas.
That's what the pea wet is.
That's what the pea wet is. It's pea wet.
Oh, so biscuits, like what we call biscuits, right? Not what they call biscuits.
I think so. How it breaks down is the smack is the potato. If we have English listeners, feel free to correct me, but I think I'm right on this. The smack is the potato. The barm is the bread, the biscuits, and the pea wet is the
pea water.
Pea wet. Yeah, it's the pea water.
That's crazy.
I kind of want to try one.
That's a mistake in culinary fashion.
I'm gonna show you guys back to the hinge stuff. This guy, I put it on my story, and I don't know if anyone's gonna remember this, but I deleted it because I'm like, maybe this is too mean. All I put was Jesus. And, so this guy,
I saw it in real life. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the camera here. It is scary. It is scary.
He does look like a murderer.
With the filter, it's worse.
No, this is okay. So for those of you who are listening, it's what presumably is a nighttime selfie in bed with a flash on, and he's just staring at right in the camera. And that's what this man thought would be his first picture.
That was his first picture?
Yeah,
that's bad.
Yeah, and it's bad because the prompt below it says, "What if I told you that I am kind and quiet?"
What if I told you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe
what
that,
if?
mister.
What would you do?
Yeah, because I'm actually not those things because it's a lie. And there's one picture of him with Lego hands where that's just like standing straight with the hands to his side like this. And the last picture is him like mid walk in his driveway. And I'm like, is
he doing like the Bigfoot walking pose?
I mean, no, it was worse because it's not even taken where the stride is like that. It's like his hands are like by his side. It's like the part where it comes together, so it looks even weirder.
What would you think if you saw someone whose Tinder or Hinge was just them in like various recreations of different frames from the Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot film when he's walking through the woods? So it's like there's one where you just see his back, and then you have the famous frame 352 where he's facing directly at the camera.
Yeah,
honestly, I kind of want to do that now. When you're gonna take a bunch of photos of me from far away in the woods.
Yeah, we should totally do that.
Yeah.
I forgot that I watched the Bigfoot documentary, which was about like that murder that happened, and then the answer was that like it was like a drug cartel that just killed like people who got too close or something.
I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos about that one specific Bigfoot film, and I gotta say, like, we're about to talk about our favorite people, costumers, Hollywood costumers, and there's a couple Hollywood costumers who are like, you can't make a costume that looks like this. So who knows? Who knows?
You think it's damn it? Who's the person? You think it's Sammy Sheldon, famous for movies such as Ant-Man, Ex Machina,
I think Sammy Sheldon
and X-Men First Class
is probably a Bigfoot truther.
Damn, I'm looking at Sammy Sheldon, the person who did the costuming for Death on the Nile, Haunting in Venice. Yeah. The scores of her movies, unfortunately, not good. Haunting in Venice 6.8. Quantum. Oh, she did all the Ant-Mans. That's kind of cool.
She did all the Ant-Man.
Yeah, Eternals, not good.
The Eternals.
Artemis, oh man, the Artemis Fowl movie, yeah. Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah,
I will say,
it looks like she was married between 2013 and 2021, and then maybe got divorced since then.
No, wait, I don't see Ant-Man 2, but she did Ant-Man 1 and Ant-Man Quantumania.
And the Assassin's Creed movie.
Wait, hold on. I feel like Ant-Man Quantumania takes place over like a day, because that's in the quantum realm.
It's in the
quantum.
So
time. Why did she decline to do, or maybe she wasn't asked to do Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, I should say.
Who knows? They needed someone.
Oh, she did V for Vendetta. That's
to get Walton Goggins in the perfect tan suit.
The Merchant of Venice. I guess she couldn't do the. Oh yeah, she did do Haunting in Venice. So
wow, she did. So she's kind of Venice is kind of her
at
thing.
least two of them.
Yeah. Oh, Black Hawk Down. Wow, that was her first movie too.
I mean, that's you guys gotta look up what soldiers wear, and then you just
in the modern day.
I'm just saying that was a big movie. Well, I guess that wasn't her first. She was like an assistant.
Is Black Hawk Down Michael Bay?
I don't think so.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
I don't think so. It's Ridley Scott. Yeah, it's Ridley.
Oh, Ridley Scott. RS.
That's right.
I think 15 minutes is up, and your preview. This is good for MJ to edit, and your preview is over. You might have realized that we didn't talk about Haunting in Venice at all, despite the title, but that's because you're gonna have to subscribe, baby. Subscribe on patreon.com/sounddirection, where you can join not only the Discord, but hear us talk about Poirot's latest adventure.
And it's the scariest yet.
Venice. Yeah,
and it's our this is our scariest episode too, I think.
Death was just the beginning.
Actually, was just the
beginning. it was murder was just the beginning, was the tagline for Death on the Nile, but I don't know what the tagline for this one was.
Is that really the tagline for that? That's
yeah,
such a
murder
bad
was just the
tagline.
beginning. Yeah.
Wow.
No, wait, no. What are you talking about? It's so good. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to hear us talk about the costumings of this film, or again, join the Discord for all the cool conversations about menswear and helping people get dressed and social commentary. You can go to patreon.com/sounddirection, and $5 a month gives you access to all of that and our backlog of bonus episodes. I'm assuming. I guess you guys can just straight up have the SoundCloud link too. I linked that directly. But if that's not enough for what you want to give me and MJ and Spencer, you can give us $10, and you get all that plus the bonus of MJ saying your name. MJ, what are those special people?
Our special people are our sidecast fanatics: Shane Curry, Philip Grigard, Henrik Wilberg, and Alexander Batten.
We love it. We love you guys so much.
We love it, folks.
Thank you again. You can follow me on Instagram at Ethan M. Wong.
I'm at Spencer DSO.
And I'm at Aya MJ.
Don't forget to give us 5 stars. I don't know. I don't know why we don't do that on the on the main pod, but we're planning to do it right now. So give us that. Doesn't really mean anything, but also it does at the same time. So we'd really appreciate
so
that.
Much to me.
It's
and
everything.
Don't forget to follow the podcast at Style and Direction. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.